Hello and welcome to the Bath Studio School. I'm Laura Snook and today I am here interviewing Rachel Willis from the Labour Party in preparation for the local elections. Hi Rachel, thank you for joining us today. I understand that you are planning on standing as the councillor for the Twerton ward. What do you feel about the proposed improvement plans for Twerton?
Twerton Park?
Yeah.
So I think they could be really positive for Twerton. Obviously the high street at the moment is quite lacklustre, and it would be really nice if that sort of injected some energy and some better shops and things there and more community spaces. I know there's issues about the student housing. I live just behind Twerton Park, so actually that will affect me as well. And I mean, I think it is a concern, and I don't think it's perfect, but obviously they're having to make compromises because of their financial situation. So it's possibly a pill we have to swallow, and they do seem like they're putting mitigating things in place to try and reduce the effects that will have on local residents. Yeah.
So what do you feel that you'll be able to do to impact the issues that are prevalent on your ward?
So I think as a local councillor, you're sort of working at two levels. I think you're working with people in the community, you're working with individuals or with groups or organisations to affect change within the community sort of on a very local level. But I also think that you're the voice of your ward, so at the council level or in the paper or in sort of those wider conversations in the city, you're representing, and so it's important that you're vocalising and amplifying the issues that are affecting the people that live where you're representing.
Yeah. What is your opinion on the closure of the two schools that are local to Twerton?
Yeah, the secondary provision in Bath has become a bit of a mess, and I would say that considering that 1 in 3 children in Twerton are living in poverty, possibly taking away any secondary provision from the southwest of the city is short-sighted, but obviously that's come about because of the academisation sort of that's been, obviously it came in under Labour, but it's been pushed in a big way by the Tories and the Lib Dems. So actually now that we don't have local authority control, there's not that oversight, and there's not that sort of well-rounded picture of being able to look at a map and say, right, this is what we've got and this is what we need to be providing. So I mean, I do think it's going to have an effect on the education of those kids.
Yeah. Leading on from that, do you feel the parts of Bath that are mostly aimed towards tourists are prioritised?
Yeah, I definitely, that is definitely a sense that you get living in Twerton, is that I know that the road sweepers and people do come to us, but it definitely feels a little bit like the rubbish lays around for longer because the tourists don't come, and that we're not sort of prioritised for funding in parks and that kind of thing. If it's not sort of visible to visitors to the city, then it's like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So, there's often a theme on the sort of Twerton Facebook pages of like the forgotten corner of Bath.
Yeah. There's been quite a lot of press recently about the littering issues in Bath.
Yeah.
Do you have any ideas how you would try and resolve some of that?
I mean, one good thing would be to stop taking litter bins away. I know recently in Twerton there's been moves to try and get litter bins put in some of the places that are particularly full of litter, and actually when the map's been sent out of like this is where the litter bins in Twerton are, actually a lot of those bins don't exist anymore. So I mean, I think obviously with all issues there's a carrot and there's a stick, but I don't think you can I think fining people for not putting their litter somewhere sensible if there's nowhere sensible to put the litter is possibly slightly wrong-headed.
Okay. I was researching on your Twitter recently and I found out that you were campaigning about affordable housing.
Yeah.
What would you like to do with regards to the lack of affordable housing?
So I mean, I think we need to be building more affordable housing in Bath. I think it's a disgrace really that any brownfield site in Bath is going to student housing or it's going to luxury hotels or luxury flats, and actually that's not really the housing that we're short of in Bath. I've lived in Bath for 13 years, and during that time I've lived in private rental, I've been a sort of first-time buyer with not a lot of money, and actually it's a real struggle in all of those places. So I mean, I think we would be looking to push for more affordable housing to be built. We would be at a minimum expecting developers to meet that threshold of provision for affordable housing. But, I mean, we would also be looking to extend that and go further, because we need houses in Bath, and it's an issue, and people are being pushed out sort of to the surrounding area or away, and that it's breaking up communities and families and stuff, and it's upsetting if you can't stay in the place that you grew up just because a lot of people have come from London and bought all of the houses.
Okay. When it comes to the local elections on the 2nd of May, why do you believe that us as a community should vote for you?
Okay. So, I mean, I work hard. I am a hard worker. I'm somebody that rolls their sleeves up and gets things done. Definitely in any situation, I'm the person that's sort of saying, like, right, what do we do about this? Let's make a list, let's start planning, and let's do something about it. Also, as a local resident of Twerton, like, obviously it's a community I feel really strongly about. Like, it's somewhere I love living, and having lived in other bits of Bath, actually Twerton is the bit that I feel most sort of at home in, and the bit that there's really a community feel and a solidarity there, and I'd really like to be able to represent those people and try and have some sort of radical change on some of the issues that have been bugging Twerton for a long time. It's been the forgotten corner of the city for, well, forever, I would say. And actually, I think it is time for change. I think it's time for some fresh energy and some sort of motivation to actually tackle some of those big issues and actually get somewhere on them.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for coming to see us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Well, then.